I will never cease to be amazed at the blatant hypocrisy we live with daily. By all accounts, the masses explain away police violence under the guise of following instructions, respecting the law, and being a due diligent citizen. Meanwhile, a woman can be a casualty of the same violence while she's at home asleep in her bed, or a man walking or running down the street in a neighborhood he lives in. Watch this. So, as you watch this footage, take note of the fact that there were orders for Mr. Martinez to follow instructions, and he wasn't. I'm not saying that his mother, who we're going to see her interview later on, is a supporter of this, but I am just noticing there is a difference being made here.
Drink without your sip on a big old Crown Royal.
John, stop!
It's a black 2012
Hold on.
Kia Forte.
Oh,
You good?
hey,
Engine in the
where are
courtesy
you
is a
going?
Grand. It's a black 2012 Kia Forte. Unknown plates at this time.
Hey, stop him!
Stop on the
He ignores instructions.
It's bad enough to lose your child, but then to lose your child at the hands of law enforcement when they're supposed to be the ones to protect your child. I don't blame President Trump for the death of my son because he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, but I do think that something needs to be changed in that department as far as the pattern of violence or abuse and impunity. To me, it's not about left or right. It's about, and stuff like that shouldn't be happening.
And the thing of it is what she's not saying is that it shouldn't be happening to me. She voted for someone who consistently said these things would happen to bad people and went on to define bad people.
Good and Alex Preddy in Minneapolis, an ICE agent killed 23-year-old American citizen Ruben Ray Martinez. But ICE's involvement was only recently disclosed. And like in the cases of Good and Preddy, witnesses dispute the official account of what unfolded. In a CBS News exclusive, immigration correspondent Camilo Montoya Galvez sat down with Martinez's mother for her first television interview.
Everything was good. Just don't understand why it had to be this way.
Rachel Reyes' son, 23-year-old American citizen Ruben Ray Martinez, was killed by an ICE agent nearly 1 year ago.
I was devastated and in disbelief. And it's bad enough to lose your child, but then to lose your child at the hands of law enforcement when they're supposed to be the ones to protect your child.
ICE's involvement in Martinez's killing in March of 2025 was only publicly revealed in February, roughly 11 months later. Martinez was out celebrating his birthday with his best friend Joshua Orta in South Padre Island. ICE says one of its agents fired defensive shots into Martinez's vehicle after Martinez intentionally ran over another ICE agent.
Is that something you think your son would have done?
Absolutely not. No, of course not. He was not a violent person. He was not aggressive.
DHS's account was disputed by Orta, who said in a draft declaration that his friend did not hit anyone. Orta died in a car crash in February, before he could testify. The Texas Department of Public Safety told CBS News it completed its investigation into Martinez's killing, saying it would release the records related to the case on Friday. Last month, a grand jury rejected criminal charges related to the shooting. Charles Stamm is representing Martinez's family.
In a recent statement, your team said that a toxicology screen detected alcohol and marijuana in Ruben's system. Do you know whether Ruben was intoxicated when he was shot, and could that have played a role in what happened?
He was never stopped on suspicion of public intoxication or driving under the influence or anything of that nature. It's important to bear in mind that when Ruben lost his life, his car was in park, and right after those 3 bullets came through the window and went into his chest from that ICE officer, Mr. Orta's statement said that he said, "I'm sorry, sir," as his last words. This was not someone who posed a threat.
Reyes says she has deep respect for law enforcement. She also supported President Trump in the 2024 election, but she says change is desperately needed.
I don't blame President Trump for the death of my son because he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, but I do think that something needs to be changed in that department as far as the pattern of violence or abuse and impunity. Based on the statement that they made, seeing how the words that they chose to put out there about my son, that's as insult to injury.
Reyes says she does not want other families to experience her pain.
What do you miss the most about Ruben?
Just his presence, just him being there, and I'm sad because I'm never going to see his children or, like the hopes and the dreams that he had. He was enthusiastically looking forward to, that it was just taken from us. And I feel it was preventable.
Now, I am not in any way belittling a mother's grief, but what I am noting is that this was not supposed to happen to her. They even do a cut scene where she states that the officers are doing this with impunity. And it's so interesting that she uses those words as she's speaking about the words that the state put out regarding the situation with her son. Her son was found with alcohol and marijuana in his system. And it sounds like to me, perhaps there may and or may not be some profiling based on the demographic and community population that he looks like he belongs to. But I also am calling to attention how these people function like this. It's fine as long as it's those other people that it's happening to and not me. She voted for this, but it was supposed to be the others. It was supposed to be everyone else but her family, herself, and those that these types of voting decisions would touch. And at that note, I'm not surprised.